Beep, boop, boop, bop. How's it going? It's your Martian robot. Hopefully we aren't getting too much lag though. Hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if it's coming through good, everybody. Hope you all are enjoying this beautiful scene that I've been enjoying for the past few minutes. Just checked out wanted to check out the signal out here. It seems like it's a good connection, and like the path that we're gonna walk, we should be able to have good connection. Let's see, get a shout out to everybody in here. Boris DeJong, Stuart XRP, Nuno Fernandez, Jacob Orr, Gary Bruner. How's it going, guys? How's it going, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Thank you all for tuning in. And obviously, as you see, this is a price prediction video, right? And we're gonna go for a walk. This is our live stream. This is, for all those wondering, this is out of La Jolla Cove. And maybe we'll go see some seals and sea lions and pelicans before the end of this video. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in. This is our live stream, so this is gonna be the one that's gonna go for about an hour. So we'll get into the price prediction, don't worry. It's a multi-pronged approach that I'm taking this year around. I'm not gonna be feeding you guys some hype. I'm not gonna be feeding you guys some garbage BS. We're gonna approach this as rationally, as logical as possible. And I'm gonna give you guys a few possible end of year prices based upon a few outcomes of what we can see, what we're seeing unfold right now, along with some things that are likely to unfold here, right? So let me see. I'm gonna get a few questions in before we get go into the price though. Let's see, got a lot of comments in here. Jacob Orr saying, gonna take a bit for XRP to really take off. Nothing happens overnight. It will go parabolic, but if it's going to sustain its growth, it better take its time or else people will dump. And that's exactly what we're gonna be talking about. So let's see here. Poll, it goes to $20 within 4 weeks. Gary Bruner says, do you sell 75%? If it goes to $20 within a month, I'm not selling 75%. I have an exit strategy, and it doesn't matter how long it takes XRP to hit the certain price points that I want it to hit. I'm selling specific percentages at specific price points, and I highly encourage anybody out there who hasn't already, you need to come up with your game plan, how you exit out. I have a exit strategy video. I have 2 exit strategy videos actually on my channel that I came up with figures for anybody who's trying to get an idea for how they should plan around. You can look at my videos and maybe use those as bases for how you're gonna approach this market. But I won't talk exactly about my exit strategies other than my first exit point will be at $10, and at $10 I intend to de-risk somewhere in the range of 5 to 10% of my total holdings, depending on how much I have by the time we hit $10. And if it takes a long time, if it takes more than a year or two for us to hit that point, then it's probably gonna be closer to 1 to 5%, right? But let's see here. Jacob Orr, you're blowing up, brother. XRP famous for going parabolic in a week and dumping 80% of its gains. Yeah, that's kind of what all crypto is notorious for. That's what it's all famous for, being highly volatile, right? So when we talk about these price projections too, everybody should keep in mind that the prices that we're going to throw out, that we're going to talk about, they're highly volatile prices, right? If we hit it, it doesn't mean that that's what the price is going to be at and stick that for the end of the year. These are just going to be the prices that I'm thinking we're going to actually hit within the next 3 months. Jacob, you're blowing me up, brother. You got a lot of incentive, or a lot of insight into how you think things are gonna pull out. Boris, you too. I appreciate you guys sharing your thoughts in here. I'm gonna try and get some other comments from some people I haven't addressed yet though. McDonald's, Bloxy, McDonald's uses human flesh in their food, you say? That's a wild claim, brother, but you never know. Deep Mind, I absolutely believe 2020 is gonna be a fantastic year. In Divider Sing, 5,000 to 10,000 within 5 to 7 years. That 10,000 price point, I'd stretch it out to, well, actually 7 years is probably good, actually, for that. With what we're seeing unfold in the global economy, I think that is possible within 7 years, yeah, absolutely. But within the next year, I don't think anybody should be getting their hopes up for anything in the $1,000 range. You know, I'll say that right out the gate. If you're hoping for a $1,000 price by the end of year, you might as well just sell out now. Give me a cheaper buy-in. Give all of us who are keeping it realistic, give us a cheap buy-in, because you're not willing to wait a few years for a 4-digit price, right? It'll come. You're just gonna have to be patient, I think, guys. Staff Sergeant of the Marines, how's it going, brother? Go to the nude beach in La Jolla, bro. Is there actually a nude beach in La Jolla? I didn't know that, actually. I thought Black's Beach was way further south, but dang, I did not know. We're gonna start walking though. It's a beautiful day out here in La Jolla, and I'm gonna walk and we're gonna talk, and we'll get into the price here. So, let me catch up with comments, make sure I'm caught here. Same progress as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was a behind-the-scenes creation, says Hazelcraft. It was to see people's reaction to the crypto world, 10K after hyperinflation crisis. That is exactly why I'm saying that XRP will hit 10K too, eventually, right? It's gonna take a little while, because hyperinflation, even though it's hyper, it takes a little while for it to really start to unravel. You know, the valuation of your dollar, it's gonna take a while for that to really take hold. XRP Nation, thank you for the $20, or oh wait, that was XRP, that was Crypto Nation. But how's it going here? I'm just holding and no exit. I will jump to 5 to 10, then hold to $1, then go up to 10,000 by New Year's. XRP Nation, you are bullish as all get out, brother. I would love it. Yeah, Black's Beach. I didn't know that that's in La Jolla. I thought that's further south. But at any rate, I think that I get in trouble for filming individuals nude on the beach, right? Yeah, brother. I mean, I'm bullish. I am, but I'm sticking realistic. I don't wanna have to be eating crow, you know, at the end of the year, like a lot of people had to do with the bull run that we saw in May. So I'm gonna keep it real, right? How's it going, XRP blue balls? Yo, crypto-naires. Yes, we are all going to be crypto millionaires at some point in the next few years, right? Keep it chill, guys. Let's break down what we're seeing in the charts, though, right? So we're seeing XRP finding resistance at 28 cents. We got up to, right? And now we're trying to hold at 27. Now, I think that there is probably about a probably 50-50 chance at least of us going higher or lower, breaking back down to 25 cents or bouncing back to 30. And whatever way it breaks is really going to set the tone for the rest of this year. If we dump below this 27, we go back down to 25 cent, it's going to be a slow crawl up, and it's not going to be a real pretty end to the year. I mean, by that I mean we might see a high of just a little bit over 50 cents. We might see a high in the 90-cent range, right? But if we break down below this point that we just set, that we're setting support at right now, and we can't crawl up to the 30-cent range again, it's going to be an ugly year, an ugly end to the year. And maybe by the end of the year, by Christmas, we can see something exciting happen. But if that's the bearish case, right? That's the bearish case. We might get 50 cents if we break below this 27 and go back down. But if we bounce here and we go back above 33 cent, if we break 33 cent, I'm gonna get excited. I'm gonna get really excited if we break above 33 cent within the next 2 weeks, because that's gonna tell me that we're gonna start to see continuation moves. If we bounce here, go to 33 cent, we're gonna get a correction, obviously, right? That's about that'd be almost a 30% gain from where we're at to get up to 33 cent from here. And so if we do that, well, then we can look forward to a correction back to 30, set support there. And then over another week or two, maybe we're gonna climb. And if we climb, then we're gonna be looking to test that 50 cent range again. And we could do that within 2 weeks. It could happen even quicker depending on how much momentum we pick up, right? So by the end of October, maybe we see 50 cent XRP. If we continue this bull trend, if we pick this up, if we start having faith in what Ripple's doing, we start having faith in the fact that the IMF and the Bank of International Settlements, these organizations are actually serious that Ripple is the solution to the global financial crisis we're witnessing unfold in all first world nations right now, right? So that's a good start for October, right? Somewhere between 25 to 50 cents. Well, what happens if we hit that 50-cent mark by the end of the month? What happens then? Hold on, I'm gonna get a shot of this leopard seal down here, because this dude's got a rock to himself down there with a few babes, few seal babes down there. You see him down there? You might not be able to tell him from the rocks too easily, but there's a few of them down there chilling. You can hear him arfing every once in a while. But we break that 50 cent by the end of the month, then we'll get another correction. You know, it'll dip down. Everybody just gotta keep calm, carry on, hodl on, right? I'm gonna try and keep the view entertaining for you guys here. See the storefronts here in La Jolla. It's kind of they got construction going on here, so we're gonna be walking by some torn down stuff over here. But anyway, if we get 50 cent by the end of the month, then we got another scenario, right? That scenario says, well, you broke a previous resistance, a major resistance, and you're testing another one. And at that point, we have momentum behind us. The bulls have momentum. And so we say, you know what? We're gonna let the RSI cool off. We're gonna come down and we're gonna retrace to about 35 cent. Early November, right? We'll retrace. And what happens after that retrace? Well, the bulls grab a hold of those reins and we go right back to cents. If we test the 50 cent range by the end of this month and we retrace, or we bounce back up before 35 cents, then we're gonna be looking for 90 cent by the end of November. 90 cents, guys. Now, who out there is not gonna be happy with a 90 cent XRP within 2 months? That's almost tripling our investment if this plays out, right? Now, what's gonna propel that? Obviously, the liquidity crisis that we're witnessing unfold is not having a lot of impact on crypto in general. The whole market seems to have stagnated since Bitcoin had its run up to 14K, and the rest of the market had their little, run up. So it's not going to be that. No, it's going to be a bail-in. That's what's going to really cause this thing to start taking off, I think, in November. And there's a lot of indicators that November is kind of this critical point for the traditional markets, for traditional finance. At this point, the Federal Reserve is going to have put almost $3 trillion into the repo market and the stock market to try and keep things elevated. That's a lot of money to be pumping into the market in just 2 months, right? So we now have $3 trillion extra capital floating around in the financial institutions, and we're going to be looking for our next move up from 90 cents. Well, we hit that 90 cent, we need to actually go from 90, we need to actually break above it. We need to hit about $1. If we hit 90 cent, that's ugly. That means that we're going to see the price probably actually lose momentum. And we might actually go flat. So there's two scenarios now. We hit that 90 cent in November, and depending on how XRP reacts, we're either gonna go flat between 90 and 50 cent for a few months, cool off, after we had a nice cool 3x in the price. And that might be how we end the year, floating around between 90 cents and 5. But if this bull run continues, if the traditional markets continue to get ugly, and we continue to hear more news about the quantum financial system, as Bearable Bulls referenced a few times and a few others in the space have been talking about, Sam I Am, well then, what happens next? We go from the 91 cent range back to all-time highs, because there's no resistance between $1 and all-time highs. So now we're talking about, we go from having 3x, whatever, 3 to 4x, whatever we have in this market right now, to 16-fold increase on whatever you have, because we just hit $4 again. That's gonna be pretty, right? That's gonna be some hot stuff, and I think that a lot of people are gonna take profits in that range. We're gonna see the price. Two scenarios happen at that point, right? At that $4 range, it's gonna try and cool off, or the momentum of us going back to all-time high, that's gonna drive the market. That's gonna get everybody excited that we're going to a new paradigm, right? And what's the new paradigm? The new paradigm for XRP, that's gonna be a price in the $10 range. That's the bull scenario, $10 by the end of this year. There you go. And I think that we could see it's gonna be 8 to 10, really. It's gonna be 8 to 10. And that's if everything plays out, all bullish scenarios play out for us, we could see $10 by the end of this year. That's a really good case, right? Where we hit that $4 previous all-time high, and the price is and the market's just roaring. We're all amped. Everybody's starting to, mortgage homes and just go crazy to get more XRP. And that's what's going to drive that. At that point, something's going to happen. There's going to be a trigger. I'm just talking about retail FOMO right now, right? Actually, we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way so we can see the seals while we're talking, because there's a bunch of them out on the rocks out here. So hopefully you guys can hear me over all the chatter around me. At any rate, we're gonna have one of two things play out by the end of this year. What I'm talking about as far as price moves, this is just retail. This is you and me. We're gonna drive this, right? What happens after that? Your diffusion is shaking. It is on Cointelegraph. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what you mean by that, buddy. But if we see this rally occur from retailers running away from traditional markets because of the crash, what we're going to get in that situation is we're also going to see institutions start entering the space around the same time. Then volume will move price. Exactly. What's going to occur is we're going to see regular people who aren't involved in this market, they're going to become involved. XRP J-Ray, no, I'm not at the San Diego Zoo. We are at La Jolla Beach, down here at the coves. So what happens after we see this capitulation of the traditional markets and the Fed trying to provide quantitative easing that's going to cause the inflation of the dollar, well, the deflation in value of the dollar, the inflation in supply of the dollar, right? You got to be careful, because mainstream media likes to talk about deflation as the devaluation instead. They like to use deflation instead of devaluation, right? Well, if we see this scenario start to continue to play out, they don't hold down the markets, they don't find a way to keep this ship from sinking, that's when things are going to get crazy. Early 2020. Now we're again, like I said, end of year. I think my top peak for December, by end of Christmas, that's $10 price. That's best case scenario too. Worst case scenario, by the end of the year, we're seeing about a 50-cent XRP if we can rally. If we can rally and stop living in this depression we're living in, this state of woe is me. I'm invested in a shill coin that's not going anywhere, right? Well, if we get that, if we see the markets start to divulge into chaos, and we see the retail markets start entering into this, we're going to also see institutions buying up, because they're not going to want to wait. If they see this price go back to its previous all-time high, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose their crap, and they're going to buy. And just wait. When you see institutions FOMO, that's when things are going to get crazy. When the institutions FOMO, that's how a $100 price becomes available. That's where we start to see 589, the prophecy, come to fruition, right? Yeah, absolutely. If you like what I'm preaching, you like this this multi, where I'm showing you both sides of the spectrum, all the potential scenarios we can see come out, hit that like for me. Hit that like, guys. It's 145 of you in the stream. I got 30 likes in here. Come on. Is it that boring? Am I boring you guys? Are you not entertained? Come on, give me a like, guys. All right. So, likes are all streaming in. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Haha, the prophecy of 589, right? At that, but yeah, we're looking at 2020 for these kind of big numbers start to stroll in. We're gonna go down to Kids Beach, or to Children's Beach, and I'm gonna show you the seals there. It's like super crowded over there, as you guys saw. Actually, it looks like there's a lot more down here. Let's go. We'll go down this one. We'll go down this one so you guys can see the seals. So, but I think that if we can get that rally to $10 by the end of the year, though, don't jump. If we get that rally though to $10 by the end of the year, then we're gonna see something crazy in 2020. And it's so crazy that it's hard to even suggest to you guys what we'll see, right? Because that's where 3-digit and 4-digit prices become possible. But that's only if we get $10 by the end of the year, all right? If we don't get above all-time high by the end of this year, then the market could go stagnant again. And it could go stagnant at this price range where it cools off between $2 and $4, all right? And that means that 2020, we could see the price do kind of what it did in 2017, where after it ran up to 40 cents, it consolidated before it got its next run up by the end of the year. $10 from 50KT. Thank you so much for the 10 bones, brother. Let's get some pictures of the seals down here. Look at that cute dude down there. Ain't he adorable? Where is he? There you go. He's coming after him. He's coming after him. Oh man, the kid's running away. I love people watching. That's not seals you're hearing, actually. It's the sea lions. Here they are. Let me get them in camera. That's who you're hearing over there. You're hearing the sea lions. They're competing against each other. These two bulls over here. They're saying XRP, XRP, XR. I love seals. I love sea lions though too. I like the seals more. They're a little bit more chill. Look at them. That's a seal. That little guy right there. You can tell by their noses and by their ears. That's the best way. So sea lions, they got like hound-like noses, while the seals have kind of pug noses, right? $2 from Mr. FOMO Somo. Thank you so much for the $2. Not much, but I hope it helps you travel. Brother, every little bit y'all give me helps out so much. And also, let me zoom out here. I also want to plug while we're in the live stream. I forgot to do it in my last live stream, yesterday's live stream rather. But I'm starting a GoFundMe page. The link's in the description below. And anybody who wants to help me go to the Singapore FinTech Festival this year to get live coverage and hopefully get an interview in with either the CEO of R3 or the CEO of Circle, Jeremy Allier, please be sure to go to the GoFundMe and donate. Any little bit helps. And as you'll see when you go to it, it's expensive. It's extremely expensive to just to fly from America to Singapore and then back, my round trip. That alone is going to be about $1,200. And then the hotel fees are going to range in the $1,000 range for the full week. And that's not including if I want to go a little bit earlier, in case we're able to get me an invitation to be the official representative for the XRP community at Swell. Now that's a stretch goal. I don't expect that to happen, right? But if you guys want to donate for it, then by all means help me out. Y'all, check this out. We got Greenpeace canvasser out here. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. I can't chat and talk, but I'll come back and chat with you a little bit later,
Thanks.
right?
Awesome.
All right, guys. So, what we got here? We got 50K. Do you guys think in 30 years we would be in a global government system? I don't think it would be that soon, but a global financial system maybe. So, Mac Daddy J, what's up, Ferdy? So, to your point there, 50K, who was that? That was Greenpeace canvasser. I canvassed for Greenpeace for a minute, so I'm gonna go check her canvassing skills, see how much she knows about the organization out there. Yeah, they all do. They all do. That's because we're XRP rich, baby. I'm just screwing with y'all. Anyways, we're what was that? Where was I? Oh, 50K. To your point, I think that the global financial system is step one. That's step one to the decentralized global government, right? That's where I think we're going. Because globalization, as many of you know, hey, what's up, Ben Howard? I'll recap in a minute for you. But, oh, hi, Johnny. Let's save that for not on stream, buddy. You're trying to get me in trouble. What 50K's point though, he's talking about one world government, and I think that what we're seeing because of globalization, you know, a lot of y'all are worried about globalization, myself included, worried about like a one world government. where we all have to abide by like the same kind of policies around the world. And that's not realistic to expect that. You know, when you factor in the first world nations, G20 nations, they aren't going to all want to work, you know, be a part of the same system. They want to maintain their sovereignty, right? It's the same reason that Bitcoin will never replace the dollar, it will never replace the yuan, and it'll never replace the euro. Because these nations and collectives of nations like the UN, they want to maintain their sovereignty. $3 from Young Jizzle. What's up? That's Australian dollars, right, brother? Thank you so much. Coffee is on me today. She was cute. There's so many beautiful women in the Cali, San Diego area. Absolutely, brother. So, but yeah, I think that what we're going to see is a more decentralized world. Even though we may see a unified world financially, I think that as individuals, as communities, we're going to gain a lot more independence in the coming decades as this new financial system takes off, because it's not going to be as important to where you're from as much as to where you want to be. And it's going to create a competition between locations to keep people wanting to stay in one place, because we're going to see a kind of a breakdown of borders. You know, I know that that's something that bothers a lot of people in America right now. I know that's why a lot of people on the right want this wall built between us and Mexico. But the reality is we're moving away from that as a species. We're moving towards a more of a collective mindset, I think, towards, you know, further isolation. If you look at what's unfolding in America, for example, what's with Brexit unfolding, the dissolvement of the European Union, as now we're seeing that France wants to pull out of the UN, and Germany's talking about it, right? We're seeing the rise of nationalists, of patriots all over the world, and that's definitely an indicator that if nothing else, we've moved towards a more unified world way too quickly for most people's comfort, and it's scaring a lot of people. And not only is it scaring a lot of people, it's throwing a lot of people in first world nations like here in America under the bus. And that's where a lot of the anger is coming from, right? Because a lot of people in America, they've been disenfranchised by their government. They've been disenfranchised by the idea of global trade, right? So it's hard to say. It's hard to say what way we're going to go. And in democratic nations like America, you know, that's going to be up to us, the people, to decide, right? So, you know, I'm not going to be the one to say which way it goes. That's going to be a collective decision. Or, you know, if you believe that it's all an illusion, you know, our control, our ability to actually influence elections, then maybe it goes whichever way those with the controls actually want it. Who knows, right? But to get back to the point there, to Ben, this live stream is really just us. I was talking about the price projection, where I think price goes by the end of this year. And I think that by the end of this year, we're going to see a price somewhere, big range, mind you, somewhere between 50 cents and $10. And it's all going to depend upon global adoption. And it's going to depend on the financial system entering into capitulation, you know, where we are seeing that the powers that be, the financial powers that be, they've run out of bullets in the chamber to deal with recessions now. And so the only real position left for us now is printing money, you know, and that's not a solution. That's not going to solve anything other than in a very, very short term. Check these guys out. These things are awesome. They got like yellow, I don't know what they are, but they got like these yellow throats, some kind of seabird. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a large degree of biodiversity here in La Jolla. I love it. There's some pelicans down there too. A lot of them. Look at all of them. All those pelicans. Let's see here. Young Jizzle, what are your thoughts, people in the chat? Drop your end of year prediction in the chat. Yeah, go ahead. Everybody tell me where you're thinking the price is going by end of the year. Let's get a little bit of a collective mindset going on here and see how everybody else is feeling. Between $5 and $10, or sorry, 50 cents and $10. Let's keep it in that range, right? Everybody say something in that range. and we'll see what it goes. 33 EO end of year. That's a very conservative, and I think that Bitcoin expert, that's probably like a 50% chance of that, right? Sorry about that, guys. We lost connection. Hopefully we're good. Everybody able to hear me? All right. Anyways, that she hasn't logged into her Coinbase account in almost 2 years. Yikes. Well, hopefully she has everything off of exchanges, right? Or off of the exchange, like Nano Ledger. I wouldn't be doing that. I haven't been on my Coinbase account in almost a year, though, to be fair. But that's because I don't use Coinbase anymore. I use Uphold now and Binance US. Oh, that's why it dropped me. My phone's getting hot. Probably because we're walking around in the sun. I'm gonna try and walk up this way a little bit. I'm gonna head into town here. Hopefully it's not too noisy. So we're gonna get a little bit of city life imagery in here. Check out some of the beautiful homes and buildings around here, right? That's another thing I love about La Jolla. Its architecture is gorgeous. Investment wise, I'd say $2. It'll pump end of year, so people got to pay taxes based on 2019. Well, the idea though, investment, is that you aren't paying taxes on any of this unless you cash out. Nobody's paying taxes until you cash out. That's something everybody needs to keep in mind. Thinking that you have to pay taxes on something that's gained value before you've actually cashed in on that value, that's like counting your eggs before they've hatched. You know? You don't count your eggs before they hatch. What are you talking about? Let's see here. Darcy BXRP, volume is the only thing that will really move price when Ripple needs it. So Darcy, I think that you're on the right path, right? I don't want to say you're wrong, because you're absolutely right that we need volume increase to push the price, because the volume is going to imply that either A, utility is entering the market, or that there is a new institutional or retail, run on the market. They're going to try, and people are going to be trying to get as much as they can, and so we're going to see a lot more trading going on, right? So yeah, that's absolutely gonna be a what's the word I'm looking for? A correlative factor to the markets rising, right? But here's the thing. Look at the volume on the long term. Look at what the volume of XRP was at the end of 2018. Look at what the volume is now. We're seeing the volume slowly grow. It's had its ups, it's had its downs. But when you look at the lows of the volume of this year, the lows that we've seen in the last few months, even though the price has gone dramatically lower, gotta wait for this guy to pass. Even though the price has gone dramatically lower than it was at the beginning of this year, 22 cents versus I think we had a low of 27 cents at the beginning of this year before a run up in May. The volumes have been growing up, just continually, just slow rise. And anybody that watched my video talking about Brad Garlinghouse's statistic, where I clarified his statistic from his interview with Anthony Pompliano, you'll have heard that 80% of Mexico's volume for the peso is utility right now. That's big. It's not as big as I thought it was, because I thought it was all volume in the ledger was 80% utility, but that would have been actually a bad thing. The more I thought about it, I was like, that'd actually be really bad, because it'd mean that they've actually hit a bottleneck for volume, because they don't have spec volume increasing liquidity for them to continue to ramp up their utility volume, right? Young Jizzle. No one really knows, though really. It could be anything. I hope above 5. I think a lot of us hope above 5. I think 5 would be a happy medium, right? But we won't know, like you said, we won't know until it happens, This video, like everybody else out there who's sharing their perspective of where the price goes, it's just that. It's my perspective, it's my thoughts. I don't have a fortune ball or a crystal ball. I wish I did. I'd probably have been a millionaire a lot longer, a lot earlier in my life if I had one. Hell, I'd be a billionaire, because I would have gotten in Bitcoin day one. I would have been one of the first miners on Bitcoin if I had a crystal ball, right? Cellmate. I hope it's still 3 or 4 for $1. for another year. Unpopular, I know, but I feel it, dude. I mean, I get it, because I don't, I sit around and think I don't have enough to really be able to be like good and be able to do a lot of good for the world. So like, I get that, wanting to see the price go a lot higher, or to stay flat for a lot longer. That's why in a lot of my live streams I've been saying, oh, I hope it stays flat, right? But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna cross right here. Let's see. I gotta get into a shady area though, so my phone will cool down, because I'm afraid it's gonna disconnect me again because of it overheating. And I'm afraid that it's probably lagging a little bit for you guys. So we're gonna get over here and we're gonna walk slowly by this building. If the government uses it for liquidity, it will go to 1,000. Yeah, exactly. M Grimes, the prices that I was giving you, that's purely based upon retail. That's if we get another retail bull run in XRP, like the masses wake up, right? Before institutions. If what's the temperature at? It looks hot there. It's probably in the 70s. I got a good sweat on. The sun makes it feel like it's in the 80s. How about 589? Just for the hell of it. Jim Fritz, I like it. I'd be content with that too, That's not an exit point for me. I'm not taking a single dollar profit before $10. But yeah, I just want to walk in the shade for a little bit so that my phone cools down a little bit here. Cellmate, I'm more than good right now, but I'm just greedy as and want as much as I can get. I feel it, dude. And that's the same way. I think I'm in the same position. Like I said, I want enough so that I can do some good in the world, not just be good myself. Because what I got now, oh yeah, I'm so good. I'm so good. I don't even understand how good I am right now. But I want to have enough so I can do some good in the world. Hey guys, there's 155 of you all on the stream, but we're only at 69 likes. Do I get a lot of bots in the stream? Am I upsetting some people being so, so realistic about my price prediction? If you think that this is, that I'm just being too realistic, hit that like, I think I'm being too realistic with that price. Thank you guys. There we go. We're seeing it going up. I got to keep motivating you guys to hit the like buttons, I guess. So eventually we're going to get up over 100 likes today. CKJ, actually, let me get somebody else real quick, CKJ, because I keep hitting you up, brother. Nova, if Brad and them know how much of a success this coin will be, why are they allowing us to get in at such a low price? Well, Nova, because if they were not allowing us to get in, then XRP would be labeled a security. There you go. You can't control your supply of what you're releasing if you're going to call it a currency. You can only do that with securities. You get me? We're in this thing because we are forward thinking enough to see that cryptocurrency is the future, but we're also not cynical enough to think that the financial institutions are going to, just they're not going to allow anybody to benefit from this new system they're setting up. And we are skeptical of the mindset that you can actually have a anarchist money system with no regulation. You know what I mean? That's Martian free. Your answer makes sense. Hey, I do what I can. Kaz MK, where are you in the US, dude? I'm in Australia. Well, what's up from down under? How's it going down there? This is La Jolla in California. It's a pretty rich area. I think Richie Rich, Sam I Am's insider, he probably lives here, along with a bunch of y'all who got rich in that Bitcoin explosion. You got a timeshare here. I'm gonna actually try and walk down the way down here. Still got about 20 minutes left, so I'm gonna see if we can go see some of the what do they call them? Not designer homes, but theme homes. There's theme homes in La Jolla that are just so gorgeous. The whole neighborhood is gorgeous, and it's really well kept compared to almost anywhere you go in America. Like, this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. Here in Coronado is another gorgeous place. We'll go over there and we'll do a walk down Silver Strand Beach in another live stream. Maybe we'll go to there. Maybe we'll go there this weekend even, because I like Silver Strands. La Jolla is gorgeous, exactly, cellmate. I'm hanging out in Playa del Carmen right now. Too damn hot down there. It is definitely hot, brother. Are you living in the La Jolla area? Is that why you're saying right now? Or are you just San Diego local? Let's see. Hazelcraft. Oh, you're talking to Spencer there. Nuffins. Last opportunity like this, although if you diversify into other cryptos, crypto programs with utility after XRP goes up, then you'll make more. That's kind of my plan too, Nuffins. So like, the reason why I'm so heavy in XRP is because I think it's going to be the first. I think it's going to be the first that really just rockets to its like to near maturity, right? And I think after that, then we'll see the coins that are involved in like utility of like logistics. That's something I have. Logistics coins like VET. I think that VET is going to need the financial industry to come online first. Same thing with Chainlink. I'm really bullish on Chainlink, just not right now. I think Chainlink, it got way overheated earlier this year, and it's going to have to cool down. Like every time a market goes up and up, it's going to have to cool down first. So I think that what we're seeing right now is kind of a, you know, with Chainlink's price, I think that it's a big bear or a big bull trap, and I think that a lot of people are going to get really, really hurt by this Chainlink when it finally corrects back down. But in the long term, I think Chainlink's a golden coin. It's not going to happen before XRP, before the financial institutions really become involved in the crypto asset, in the crypto ecosystem. Oh, it is. It's who is that said that? Matsumura Fishworks. Link will explode. It's not going to explode before XRP brings the financial institutions online. Link is the link that's going to connect financial institutions to the derivatives market in this space. But first, you have to get your cash flows into this space. Cash flows have to be enabled for this space first. ADA is another good one, Nuffins. I like that one too. And I've heard a lot of good things about Holo. It seems like it's going to be a major contender for the next web-based platform. But we'll see how that plays out, right? It's for things that are web-based platforms, even though we're seeing like the healthy adoption of Brave browser, so BAT tokens getting its adoption, we're seeing coils slowly growing. It's actually probably doing like the worst of all the web monetization platforms that I've seen as far as like retail adoption. But I think that it's going to have a really, really good future too. But the thing is that those coins, their projects, those are like the 7, 8 year, 10 year before they really start to pick up and really have their time to shine. I think that what a lot of people need to keep in mind with this crypto market is that because it's so young and because it's so diverse, there's going to be multiple waves where multiple coins of different purposes, where first we're going to see the utility tokens, the exchange tokens. Those are going to be the ones that really boom first, the ones that can be utilized. And then from utility, then we're going to see security tokens, or not security tokens. It's going to be exchange tokens, utility tokens, and then security tokens to like give you like a basic kind of idea. Like that might not be the way it exactly goes, but that's kind of like the way my mindset's going with it, you know? Nothings. All Coil needs to do is partner with internet providers and have a Coil account linked to your IP. Then you can just go on the internet and not think about it. Yeah, that's very true. And maybe we'll see that with since the Nano Ledger protocol ILP, that's really being designed as that underpin, right? So it's really, there's a red balloon. Oh guys, I'm not stealing a balloon. Nah, I ain't no thief. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out which street. I feel like it's actually this road. We have to go down a little ways. So I don't know if I'll get to the designer homes before we get done with this. But XRPL opinions. Well, I mean, XRPL is what XRP is the native currency to. So it's got a good future. I can't wait till we start seeing these stable coins start being issued in, you know, virtually every currency known to man. When we start seeing multiple fiats, especially a US dollar stable coin, a euro stable coin, a British pound stable coin, when we start seeing those start popping off onto the XRP ledger, that's when things are gonna get silly. And I think that's gonna be necessary for us, right? Cop, why'd you take the balloon? Martian, my chat told me to. Right? Is that a good excuse? Can I use that as an excuse? Peer pressure. Peer pressure, officer. Peer pressure. 144 people told me to. Martian, what do you think the true value of XRP should be at this point in time? At this point in time, I think it should be at the price it is right now, honestly. I think that, you know, it's fair trade price right now due to the fact that there's not enough utility to force the price up. I think that if you want to know the potential, where its potential price should be if we didn't have market manipulators causing price suppression, then probably around $5, honestly, at this point. I think that's where we could pop off at. That's why I said for like a end of year, my super bullish scenario is $10, but otherwise it's, you know, the $4, $5 range, because that's the previous all-time high. We've seen a lot of developments since then. We know that the utility could definitely, that Ripple could definitely benefit from the liquidity that high of a price would provide to them, so that they could really enable utility. But it's just hard to say, right? It's hard to put a real price tag on it just based upon, you know, speculation. We don't have enough information, and the reason we don't have enough information actually kind of goes back to Brad Garlinghouse's interview with APOMP, where he was pointing out that the value of I got myself confused. That the banks, the financial institutions that are adopting Ripple, or XRP, Ripple's not allowed to disclose how much money they move. And Brad said himself, they don't even know how much money these institutions move. Nobody does, because in the real world, this world we live in right now, banks, they issue credit on private ledgers. Nobody knows what a bank's ledger looks like aside from the bank itself. And that information is pretty under lock and key even within the bank, right? So yeah, it's impossible to say, to be honest. It's impossible to say. I wish I could give you a number, but I can't. Highest it gets before springtime is 50 cents XRP to sale. I think that's a good happy medium. I think that's a good happy medium for the price to be end of year. I agree. I would love to see it go higher. I think it's absolutely possible for it to go higher, but I think that we have to watch this have a slow and steady growth first, and then we'll see. You putting in the kilometers today, right, Young? Hey, you know, I appreciate y'all tuning in, because y'all keep me motivated to get out here and get my daily walk in. get my exercise in. I'm gonna have calves of steel. I can't wait to I'm gonna be like Will Smith in he did a video a while back where he's like, you know what ladies like? They really like a guy with strong calves. So like, I'm just gonna walk around flexing my calves, walking like a loon. Oh, dude, I love Will Smith. He's funny as hell. Prediction: which months it starts shooting upwards? I wish I could say Phillips. I don't. You know, it's like, what is a shoot up? Is 10% a shoot up? I think in traditional markets, a 10% gain in a day, like we saw earlier the week before, or earlier last week. I think that 10% is a shooting up, and so we saw it this month, and we saw it last month too, when it jumped up from the 25-cent range up to 33 cents, and it was like, you know, what was that, like 20% gain then? So, you know, shooting up, yeah, it does it all the time. It does it all the time. Backed failed maybe. Be Free, actually, Digital Asset Investor just did a video covering an article that's talking about Backed is seeing monumental growth. I think it was 700% increase in their volume. So I don't know. I think it was just a late bloomer, you know. It released, and it's just taken a while for it to get up there. But I think it's something that you just gotta be patient for. You know, like everything when it comes to investing, you just gotta be patient, guys. I know a lot of people are real big on XinFin. I know that it's working with Ripple. I just don't know what the token's gonna be used for. You know, if they're working with Ripple, then why do they need it? Why you need XinFin if you got XRP? Was the point, right? There's more liquidity in XRP, so it's easier to utilize it for anything, even as a store of value. So for me, I just don't see it. Is XinFin an ERC20? I think it's I don't think it is, actually. Unless I'm just thinking of what they're trying to develop XinFin as, and right now it's just an ERC20. They're gonna, you know, issue one for one of their standalone chain down the line, sort of like some others. But it is ERC20. Oh, well, so it's proof of work then. Ew, guys, why are you having hope and faith in a proof of work coin? We all know that there's no hope in proof of work. It's dead. If XinFin is proof of work, it's dead to me. It's dead to me. It's not? Okay, good. Well, XDCE is. Oh yeah, that's the USD peg, right? It's staking. Oh, that's actually, well, that's better then. Masternode system is more efficient, but I still don't see the point to it, to be honest. But I guess I could do some research into it. At any rate, we're getting up over towards the hour mark. I don't want to go too long over an hour here. And, you know, I kind of got lost, to be honest. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. 10 minutes for 10M for MN. Minimum? Oh, for a masternode. 10 million coins for a masternode. Wow. How much is XinFin sitting at right now? Where the F? Dude, where's my car? What? I don't know. Hey guys, so real quick before we wrap it up though, 123 guys left in here. If anybody's just getting in the stream, please hit that like for me. Help me out with the algos so we can get some views. YouTube is shadow banning me, so I'm actually gonna be starting a new stream or a new channel so that I can get my view count back up, because apparently I talked about some taboo stuff that YouTube doesn't want me talking about. They got me blacklisted now. My view, if anybody looks at my channel, you'll see that my view count went from, like, you know, I'd average about 3,000 views per video to now I'm not even getting 1,000 views. Like in the last week, I've struggled to get any of my videos over 1,000. So I'm avoiding it. But yeah, so if you guys can help me out with the likes and share anything, you know, if you enjoyed this price prediction video, share it on social media, share it on Twitter, Facebook, wherever, just to get me some views, so that I can, you know, just so I can get some stuff before I set up a new channel. And once I have the new channel set up, I'll be sharing it out to you guys, and hopefully we can get that to 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hour view mark quick enough so that I can monetize that one and move away from this channel, because YouTube's crap. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's garbage. Actually, since I said the word CRAP, this video is probably going to be demonetized now, because that's one of their words that they demonetize you for. That word. I mean, I only said it once, pretty late in the video, so maybe the algorithm will miss it. I said it pretty quick. Who knows, right? But yeah, it's absolutely insane that I got demonetized, or that I'm not demonetized. I'm being shadow banned. Like if you search XRP or you search Ripple, you're not going to see any of my videos in the last week. It's obscene. And I've done over a dozen videos, and you know, I have to go back. I have to scroll through like over 30 videos before I find the first video of mine. Transcriber missing nothing. Birdie B, oh come on, pathetic. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, yeah, it is. It's obscene. 1984, exactly. It's some Orwellian nonsense, guys. But hey, we deal with it. I create the content more so just to spread the word, to share with you guys. But you know, the fact that I'm not able to get my videos seen now, it's like kind of defeating the purpose of me creating content. I'm glad that there's a lot of you though that enjoy my content enough that you're like, oh, I see the red circle on the Martian Report's channel there. I'm gonna click that. So to all you guys who are in here, thank you for being my dedicated followers, my dedicated fans. I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Once again, if you want to help me go to the Singapore FinTech Festival to cover it live, yes, this is live. If you want to help me cover Singapore FinTech Festival live in November though, go to my GoFundMe link in the description and donate whatever you can. $10 is I think the minimum on there, but whatever you can donate. If we can get up to, if I can even get enough to cover my plane ticket and my hotel, I'll pay for everything else myself. But I would really like to be able to get up to the 5,000 because it's expensive in Singapore. It's like, I think it's the 4th most expensive city in the world. So it's just crazy. But if you guys can help me out with that, if you want to see that live coverage content, please help me out. Please go there. Hey guys, look, I found my car. We're good. So if you can help me out, do it by all means. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate every last one of you for every bit that you've contributed. For those of you who have donated to the live stream, once again, thank you guys. Without you, you know, I'd be solely reliant upon the algorithms to help me out, or to you know, YouTube monetization nonsense, which is terrible pay per view. That's why I gotta do clickbaity nonsense too, just to get a few thousand people to view a single video. It's ridiculous. Whew, is it hot in this vehicle? I'm gonna put these windows down, and I will see you guys. Oh, one last thing I want to plug too before we leave. If you're not in the Telegram group, join the Telegram group now. I'm gonna turn around so we aren't looking at the storefront here. If you're not in the Telegram group, join it now. It's also in the description of the video below, and I'll see you guys over there. All right. Thank you all for tuning in, especially those of you who stuck around for the whole video. CKJ Cellmate, you're awesome, brother. You're in every one of my videos. Nothings, you've been around since the beginning of the video too. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I can't wait to see you next time. As always, on Mars. Look at me, I'm a sweaty mess. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace out.